I can't help but think of how elitist the notion of climate justice must be. What it says is, you know what? Not in our backyard. We're not going to produce energy in the United States of America, doggone it. We're going to go to cartelized states, oil producers like Venezuela and OPEC. Why? Because we even though we have the best technology, we produce the cleanest energy, we're going to go over, and if they get pollution over there, it won't affect us. But if you believe in global climate change, how in the hell is this justice? It isn't. It's elitist. Quite frankly, it's racist. It is certainly radical, and it is certainly extreme. What this administration should be doing is bringing down energy cost. And the way you bring it down is you change the policies that have promoted energy costs for the last 18 months. That's everything from, the pipeline. How about canceling leases? How about prohibiting exploration development? You do that, and all of a sudden, the inflation crisis we're in begins to become a little bit more manageable for American people, the people who we profess to care about. We have a cleaner product. We have better technology. Germany is opening up a dozen coal-fired plants. Why? Because they decided to go with Russian oil. Joe Biden has said, you know what, why don't you go ahead and open up that Russian pipeline? But he closed our pipeline, the XL pipeline, which would already be producing hundreds of thousands of barrels, transporting them every day. That is the policy of elitism. It's the policy that says we're going to talk about something called climate justice or some kind of climate change fight that we're going to do. But you know what? We're going to impose it on other nations. And in the meantime, we put the entire economy of the United States, we put our security at risk, and we empower rogue nations. I predicted that when we engaged in sanctions against Russian oil, that before long, Russia would be making more money than ever. Guess what? They're making more money than ever on their gas production and distribution. And you know who's getting messed up? Know who's getting messed up? The American economy, the American worker, the American consumer. That is not justice. That's thoughtless policy. And you know, when we had a chance to bring India closer to us, this administration said, we're going to sanction you for having bought Russian military. So India is now buying its oil and gas from Russia, as is China. A study that came out a report that came out just 3 days ago said that Russia has 4 times as much revenue than they had before they ever invaded Ukraine. And it's because of their oil and gas structure that we have helped create. That's not justice. That is elitism. It's elitism to the disadvantage of the American citizen. That's why we should support Mr. Keller's amendment to begin with and then vote no on the underlying bill, and I'll yield back.